served on 4 combat tours in Vietnam, in Iraq, Afghanistan.
Honoring Gold Star spouses in our buried lead now. That's what we call stories not getting enough attention. And today we're honoring those women you just saw and thousands of other wives and husbands of fallen service members on this Gold Star Spouses Day. Lots of politicians are out there tweeting and speechifying about how much they appreciate the sacrifices of these men and women. But we spoke with a couple of widows who say talk is cheap. They need the government to fix a long-standing problem with their benefits, which are due to run out soon if Congress does not act.
He just wanted me to be taken care of.
Olivia Hart's husband, Army Sergeant Josh Mitchell Hart, died in 2009 during a firefight with the Taliban in Afghanistan. He
wanted me to live a good life for myself. So he just wanted me to be happy wherever I was.
Right now, an estimated 70,000 military widows and widowers are facing financial battles that their loved ones never intended them to fight.
I had to buy a car based on what car can I sleep in.
Rosalie Horton's husband, Army Major Robert Horton, served as a military hospital administrator and died of cancer in 1999 while still serving his country. Both widows rely on the military benefits their husbands worked for. But now a portion of those benefits will expire unless Congress votes to fund them again next year.
Then it means deciding what I go without.
Compensation for military widows and widowers comes from both the VA and from the Department of Defense. But the Department of Defense also enforces a so-called widow's tax, which means some of those benefits cancel each other out, leaving less than anyone expected.
Even though they're separate and distinct purposes, for every dollar that we receive from the VA, DOD takes away $1. And we are the only federal annuitants that have their benefits offset.
9 years ago, Congress sought to offset the so-called widow's tax with a stopgap measure called the Special Survivor Indemnity Allowance, or SSIA. It helps widows or widowers with up to $310 a month.
$310 in my house means food, or it means heat in the middle of winter.
It's actually something that pays for my rent.
However, that stopgap funding from 2008 will expire next May 2018 unless more funding can be allocated within the next Authorization Act. Will the Pentagon pay that money? They gave us no comment when asked about the fate of these funds. For many of these widows and widowers, some of whom live paycheck to paycheck, the anxiety about these benefits is distressing, and they wonder why it's even on the table.
This isn't about luxuries. This is about having the ability to meet basic needs.
For me and all the other surviving spouses, I guess it just feels like, are we really valued?
They wonder, why must surviving widows and widowers who already gave so much to this country be left to wonder what sacrifice they will have to make for it next?
Our husbands served, bled, and died. They're just... It shouldn't be an issue of where's the money.